I still remember the day they laughed at me. Not the kind of laughter that fills a room with joy. No, this was different. This was quiet, sharp, the kind that cuts deeper because it's meant to be hidden. I was standing in the corner of that small office, holding a file too tightly in my hands, trying not to let my fingers shake. My manager didn't even look at me when he said it. "Millie, you're just not fast enough. Maybe this isn't the place for you." Those words didn't just echo in the room, they settled inside me. At that moment, I felt small, invisible, replaceable. But what hurt the most wasn't him. It was them, the people I trusted, the ones I thought were my friends. I had joined that company with dreams bigger than my fears. I believed in hard work, in honesty, in proving myself quietly. I stayed late, helped others, never complained. And still, I was the one they whispered about. She tries too hard. She'll never make it. She's not smart enough. I heard it all, even when they thought I didn't. But the worst betrayal came from Sarah. She was the one who smiled at me every morning, the one who shared lunch with me, the one who said, "You're doing great, Millie. Don't listen to anyone." I believed her, until the day everything changed. That afternoon, I walked into the meeting room earlier than usual. I wasn't supposed to be there yet, but I heard my name, and I froze. Sarah's voice, soft, almost amused. "Millie? Oh, she's harmless. Honestly, she does half the work and still messes up. If she gets promoted, I'll quit." The room filled with quiet laughter. And in that moment, something inside me shattered. Not loudly, not dramatically, just silently. I walked away before they could see me, before they could see what they had done. That night, I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't even feel angry. I just sat in the dark, staring at the ceiling, replaying every smile, every kind word, every moment I trusted her. And then something changed. Not outside, inside me, because that was the night I made a decision. A quiet one, a dangerous one. If they thought I wasn't enough, I would become more than they could ever imagine. The next morning, I walked into the office like nothing had happened. Same desk, same people, same fake smiles. But I was no longer the same Millie. I stopped talking, stopped helping, stopped trying to be liked. Instead, I started watching, listening, learning. I noticed things I had never seen before. Mistakes, patterns, weaknesses. Not just in the work, but in people. Sarah, she wasn't perfect, not even close. She took shortcuts, she passed her tasks to others. She knew how to look confident, but behind that, she was careless. And slowly, I began to understand something. This wasn't about talent, it was about strategy. So I changed mine. I started coming in earlier than everyone else. I stayed later. I studied every report, every system, every detail that others ignored. I stopped waiting for opportunities. I created them. When a project was left unfinished, I completed it. When a problem appeared, I solved it before anyone noticed. And when mistakes were made, I documented them, quietly, carefully, not to hurt anyone, but to protect myself. Weeks passed, then months, and something unexpected started happening. People began noticing me, not the old Millie, the new one, focused, precise, unshakable. Even my manager started calling my name in meetings. Millie handled this. Millie solved that. And Sarah, she noticed too. At first, she smiled like before, but now it didn't reach her eyes. One day, she walked up to me. "You've changed," she said, her voice light but curious. I looked at her, really looked at her, for the first time. "Maybe I just stopped pretending," I replied softly. For a moment, she didn't know what to say, and that was when I knew. The balance had shifted, but I wasn't done yet, because success alone wasn't enough. Not after what they did. I didn't want revenge built on anger. I wanted truth, clear, undeniable, exposed. The opportunity came sooner than I expected. A major project, big enough to change everything. Sarah was leading it, but behind the scenes, she was struggling. Deadlines missed, data incomplete, decisions rushed. And for the first time, no one was covering for her. Except she expected me to. She walked to my desk one evening. "Millie, I need your help," she said quietly. "Just this once." I looked at her, remembering every word she had said behind my back, every laugh, every betrayal, and I smiled. "Of course," I said. But what I didn't tell her was that this time, I wouldn't fix her mistakes. I would let them be seen. The presentation day arrived. The entire team was there. Senior managers, directors, even people I had never seen before. The room felt heavy, like something important was about to happen. Sarah stood at the front, confident as always, or at least she tried to be. I sat quietly in the back, my hands folded, my expression calm. She began speaking. Slides moved. Numbers appeared. But slowly, things started going wrong. Questions came. Simple ones at first. Then deeper, more specific. And that's when it happened. She didn't have the answers. Her voice faltered. Her confidence cracked. She glanced at me, just for a second. A silent request. A silent plea. The old Millie would have helped. The old Millie would have saved her. But that Millie didn't exist anymore. I didn't look away. I didn't step in. I just stayed still and let the truth speak for itself. The room grew quiet, not with laughter this time, but with realization. By the end of the meeting, everything had changed. The project was reassigned. The leadership shifted. And Sarah, she walked out of that room without saying a word. Later that evening, she came to me. Her eyes weren't angry. They were empty. "You knew," she whispered. I nodded. "You could have helped me." I looked at her, my voice calm, steady. "You could have been honest with me." For a moment, neither of us spoke. Then she turned and walked away. And just like that, it was over. No shouting, no dramatic ending, just silence. But this time, it felt different. Not heavy, not painful, peaceful, because I finally understood something. Revenge isn't always loud. It doesn't have to destroy someone. Sometimes, it's simply about stepping back and letting the truth reveal what people tried to hide. A few weeks later, I got promoted. Not because I asked, not because I fought, but because I earned it. And as I sat in my new office, looking out at the same world that once made me feel small, I smiled. Not because I had won, but because I had changed. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. When people underestimate you, they give you the perfect opportunity to become unstoppable. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever been betrayed by those closest to you, know that you are stronger than the pain. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And remember, keep blooming. If you like my story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it.